Have you ever stopped to wonder, why does the Bible call Satan the prince of this world? How could the sworn enemy of God hold a title that sounds so powerful? And what does that mean for us, living in a world where his influence feels so strong? Picture this, a cosmic courtroom, with Satan standing as the accuser of humanity. The stakes? Eternity. Today, we're going to uncover the truth behind this mysterious title, why it's given to Satan, and what it reveals about the spiritual battles we face every day. Let's pull back the curtain on one of the most intriguing mysteries in the Bible. In the beginning, Satan wasn't the enemy. No, he was Lucifer, a magnificent angel. Ezekiel 28 verses 13 to 15 paints a picture of him in Eden, adorned with dazzling stones and perfect in his beauty. Can you imagine that? Perfect, glorious, radiant. But pride, oh, pride, brought him down. Isaiah 14 verses 12 to 15 tells the story of his tragic fall. How you have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn. You have been cast down to the earth, you who once laid low the nations. Lucifer wasn't content being a servant of God, he wanted to ascend above him. He said, I will make myself like the Most High. That rebellion didn't go unnoticed. It led to his expulsion from heaven. What a fall from grace! It all changed in the Garden of Eden. When Adam and Eve disobeyed God, they handed over something precious, the authority God had given them to rule over the earth, Genesis 1 verse 28. That act of disobedience opened the door for Satan to seize that authority. From that moment, he became the prince of this world. During Jesus' temptation in Luke 4 verses 5 to 6, Satan brazenly said to him, I will give you all their authority and splendor, it has been given to me, and I can give it to anyone I want to. And here's the thing, Jesus didn't challenge that claim. He knew it was true, for now. Satan wields influence over the kingdoms and systems of this world. Prince doesn't mean owner, it means ruler. Think about that. God created the earth and owns it, but Satan manipulates its systems. Jesus himself called him the prince of this world in John 14 verse 30. The prince of this world is coming. He has no hold over me. This title is about his temporary control over human systems, politics, culture, entertainment, and even false religions. Look around, and you can see it. Can't you? Now, here's the thing, Satan doesn't rule by force. Oh no, he's much craftier than that. He uses deception, fear, temptation. Paul writes in 2 Corinthians 4 verse 4. The God of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers, so that they cannot see the light of the gospel. Satan blinds people. He distracts them with wealth, power, fame, and fleeting pleasures. Have you noticed how often the things that look so appealing in life end up being traps? He masquerades as an angel of light, 2 Corinthians 11 verse 14, but his real goal is destruction. Here's the good news. Satan may hold temporary power, but his defeat was sealed at the cross. Colossians 2 verse 15 says, And having disarmed the powers and authorities, he made a public spectacle of them, triumphing over them by the cross. When Jesus died and rose again, he broke the chains of sin and death. Satan's greatest weapon, separation from God, was shattered. And Revelation 20 verse 10 promises Satan's ultimate end. And the devil, who deceived them, was thrown into the lake of burning sulfur. Let that sink in. His power is temporary, and his judgment is certain. What does this mean for us? So, what does all this mean for us? It means we don't have to live in fear. James 4 verse 7 tells us, Submit yourselves, then, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Yes, resist him. You're not powerless. With God's word as your weapon and prayer as your shield, you can stand firm. Remember Ephesians 6 verse 12. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, authorities, and powers of this dark world. This is spiritual warfare. But guess what? We're on the winning side. Satan may be the prince of this world, but his reign is temporary. Jesus has already claimed the ultimate victory. The real question is, whose side will you choose? Will you follow the fleeting promises of this world's prince, or will you stand with the eternal King? Stay vigilant. Cling to God's word. Pray without ceasing. And never forget the promise of 1 John 4 verse 4. Greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. It's time to rise. Time to walk in victory. Don't let the prince of this world deceive you. Your king is greater, and he has already won. This is your moment to choose. Will you walk in the light of Christ or fall for the prince's lies? The decision is yours. Choose wisely.